Good morning, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, my fellow graduates, and distinguished guests. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we meet on the lands of the Jarawar and Gayabol peoples of the Greater Waka Waka Nation State, and by recognizing First Nations peoples' continuing relationship to country, culture, and community. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and extend that respect to all First Nations people present here today. Indigenous peoples have been learning, teaching, and celebrating on this land for generations, and it is an honor to meet with you all here today to celebrate our graduations. I know you've heard it a lot already this morning, but congratulations. Now, you may be wondering, who is this person, and what does her long degree title mean? Hi, my name is Lizzie. 3 fun facts about me are, 1, I will always submit my assignment at 11:57 p.m. 2, I always leave my very long references list to the last minute. And 3, I never learn that that's a terrible idea. And if you're confused by my degree, you're not alone. The Bachelor of Creative Arts and Community Wellbeing, lovingly nicknamed the B-Corps because it's incredibly long, merges the study of creative arts, in my case theatre, and social work. But not even 3 years of theatre and mental health training could make giving this speech any less intimidating. Despite the nerves, I am incredibly honoured to be your valedictorian this morning. When I thought about standing here in front of this sea of well-dressed, exceptionally well-educated people, I briefly thought about speaking on the implications of the colour of Desdemona's handkerchief in Shakespeare's Othello. I got the feeling, though, that you might not have loved that topic, and luckily I had a better, hopefully more relevant idea: the importance of community. While I certainly learned a lot of course material about the importance of community over the last 3 years, today I want to tell you about my experience of community. We've all taken very different paths to get to this point. Some of us studied a year, maybe 3 or 4, maybe decades for our floppy-hatted PhD colleagues. We've all faced challenges, personal, professional, academic, but despite the incredibly diverse ways we made it to this ceremony today, one thing is true: none of us could have done it alone. Maybe it was that high school teacher who taught you referencing, the barista who's always asking how you're going, or your loved ones near and far, like my abuelos who encouraged me from rural Spain. Our communities have been cheering us on for years now. For me, community looked like my family encouraging me to pursue my passion, and my amazing lecturers helping me carve out my own path. It looked like my mum making me a reassuring cup of tea at 10:45 p.m. when I was completely convinced that I had cut it too fine this time and maybe I should just drop out. It was my best friend sitting on my bedroom floor with me, suffering through my study playlist on loop for 6 hours so that I felt less alone while I studied. Do you want to know why I made community the focus of this speech and 3 years of my life so far? It's because without community, it's very easy to look at the people around you and think, they're not struggling like I am. Why can't I just be like them? There must be something wrong with me. But with community, you learn that that's not true. I'm not up here right now because I spent the last 3 years skipping through a field of sunshine and rainbows, researching all my assignments with joy in my heart and a smile on my face. Not at all. There were times I felt completely lost, when I struggled with imposter syndrome and perfectionism, when my depressive episodes and chronic pain made even my favorite classes seem impossibly daunting. I struggled. And you know what? So did my classmates and my parents back in their day. So did my lecturers when they were students. So did you, and so did your community. Knowing that all the people around me made it through, and that they still cared about me, despite my doubt and my fear and my admittedly hurries references list. That's what got me, and all of us, to this ceremony today. So, whatever this next chapter has in store for us, whatever opportunities and challenges we face, I hope we embrace our communities. When we feel like we're alone, our struggles can feel insurmountable. But when we know that we're not alone, when we know that there are people who support us and who we support back, the burden gets a whole lot lighter. To finish, my most sincere congratulations to everybody graduating this morning, and I would like to offer a gigantic thank you to the communities that got us all here. Thank you.